Before this video starts, I want to thank the sponsor, Pearson. More on that later in the video. What are we up to right now? What are we doing?
You actually asked me.
Yeah, tell the audience.
Tell the audience.
Tell the audience.
Yeah.
There's an audience, look.
1,000 people watching the video.
And hundreds of thousands, bro.
Hundreds.
Hundreds of thousands. What did the last video get, like 200k?
Did it?
Last video did well, yeah.
200k. I really upload more then.
Yeah, I know, I really need to. I'm going to now. Guys, don't worry, more videos coming. I think I said that every single video and then
You just don't do it. I'm on my grind now.
It will happen. Me and Matthew both had a free period from 11:30 till 3, so we decided to stay in school and do our maths work. He was working on some mechanics, I was working on some statistics. We actually got a decent amount of work done. I think if you're working with other people and you kind of set the rules of like, okay, we're not going to talk for this amount of time, you can actually get a lot of work done, but usually I prefer revising on my own. What you got on? What you got on right now?
No, bro, I can't do this.
At 12:50, everyone has lunch. It was Alex's turn to drive, so we went to Greg's. School meals have just been slacking lately, I'm not gonna lie. Here you go, Alex.
You've been eating it like it's your last meal, bro. No, leave me alone, bro.
I was feeling a little bit generous today, so I did buy Alex's lunch. We got a pretty long lunch, it's 40 minutes, so 12:50 to 1:30. It's 1:30 now. Me and Matthew are back at it again, doing our maths work. Gianluca has come to join us. He's doing his physics work. I think now, with A-levels so quickly approaching, people are really taking their free periods very seriously, because you would not see this amount of work getting done a couple months ago, but a lot of people have exams in like the next 25 days. I think right now it's just important to try not to stress out. I know it's easier said than done, but focus on your revision, focus on using your time efficiently. Don't waste free periods, don't waste your time. At 3 o'clock the day ends, I get in my car and start driving home. before we get any further into the video, I want to tell you about the sponsor, Pearson. Now, Pearson is the world's leading learning company. You may know them from your textbooks, or you may know them from the people who make your exams. Pearson is absolutely amazing. I've been using Pearson products since the beginning of my GCSEs, and even to this day, I'm still using Pearson products for my A-level maths. Now, if you're currently doing your GCSEs, I know they're fast approaching. I would recommend checking out Pearson's revision cards. So they make revision cards for pretty much every single subject. Right here I have the combined science ones. That's over 100 flashcards for combined science at your disposal, but that you can use right now to test yourself and make sure you're actively recording content. You may be thinking to yourself, I don't like physical textbooks. I prefer to just have all my textbooks online in one place. Pearson has you covered with Pearson Revise Online. With access to over 50 ebooks for just £2.50 a month or £20 a year. Not only are the textbooks on the websites, there are knowledge checks, you can rate how well you feel about a certain chapter, as well as quick quizzes. Check out the link in the description to enhance your learning with Pearson products. Let's get back to the video. As soon as I get into my house, the first thing I do, empty my bag, get my stuff out, make myself a snack, and just sit down and relax for about 50 minutes to an hour. At 4 o'clock, I began working on some definition flashcards for the lattice enthalpy chapter we had just started doing. So I tried to get my Anki cards done as soon as possible. Sometimes I forget though, and I kind of have to catch up, but it's not that big of a deal. After I finished with that, I just moved on to some revision of some year 1 topics. So I think at this point I was working on Hess's law, going over some flashcards, making some new ones, and then working on exam questions. When I find a topic that I don't understand, I usually will just go ahead and watch like an Aruarian chemistry video. He is amazing, by the way. Makes the flashcards on it, run through them, and then do some practice questions. As we're getting so close to A-levels, the best thing you can do is just do past papers, do predicted papers, and do, subject specific questions. It's just familiarizing yourself with the style of questions they're asked and how they're going to be asked. I feel like at A-level it becomes very specific, so understanding what they're actually trying to tell you in the question and what they're asking you to do is vital to getting the top marks. At 6 o'clock, I'll take my first break just to eat my dinner, get some food in me. As you can see, I was just having pasta that night. I work in 2-hour blocks nowadays. I used to work in like 4-hour blocks, and I will sometimes do that on the weekends. I feel like during the weekday, I just can't do that, especially because I'm just so tired from school. So 2-hour blocks work a lot better for me. If I worked in 4-hour blocks during the weekdays, I'll find the first 2 hours go really well, and then the next 2 hours are just not very productive because I've just lost a lot of focus. So having a break in between is just super helpful. After taking my shower at 7:45, I'm back to revising at 8:30. At this point, I was just marking some exam questions that I was doing in biology, going through the mark scheme, finding out what mistakes I made, and then planning on what I was going to do for my next bit of revision based on how I did in that test. It's really important you're taking information away from your past papers and learning what to improve on and not just doing them and getting your marks. To end the evening off, I just went through some more maths questions. I believe this was some more statistics work. I feel like it's a nice end to the day. At 9:30, I'm done with all my work. No more work after 9:30. I tend not to work that late in the evening because I just cannot stay focused. You guys see I get up at 6:30 because I'm the most focused I could possibly be early in the morning. From 9:30 till 10:30, I'll just chill. I'll watch an episode of a series I'm on, and it's lights out at 10:30. If you haven't already, click the link in the description to enhance your learning with Pearson products. Thank you to Pearson for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and have a productive week.